Welcome, one and all, in here, out there, to what the minstrels call the Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. It is... For a lot of people out there, it's spring break. For instance, President Biden, he's on a tour of Ireland right now, being shown around by his counterpart, Irish president and magical business gnome, Michael D. Higgins. Higgins invited Biden to spend the morning at his home and cemented their friendship with a tree planting ceremony. That seems like a lot of fanfare for something so small. Oh, look at that, my tie's crooked. I think we got all the juice out of that. I think we got the juice all out of that one. Biden also became the first U.S. president to ring the peace bell, which commemorates the Good Friday Agreement. Look at him go.
This from my Irish ancestors. Fourth one for peace.
All right, fifth time's the charm. All right, one more to grow on. Lucky number 7. Crazy 8s. Just come get me when dinner's ready, Jack. Papa Joe's getting his clang on. Come 7, come 11. Boxcars. Back stateside, you know that giant leak of classified Pentagon information about the war in Ukraine and a bunch of other stuff that's been all over the internet this week? Well, this afternoon, they caught the leaker. It's 21-year-old Air National Guardsman Jack Teixeira, seen here not ready for what comes next. Teixeira was taken into custody in Massachusetts, where just moments before, he was seen from a helicopter reading a book on his porch. That book, Solitary Confinement for Dummies. Now, for taking these classified documents home, Teixeira could face charges under the Espionage Act and could get up to 10 years in prison per document. So he's in trouble unless he declassified them with his mind. Is that you can take anything home. You can take anything home. The feds may have been tipped off by a story in today's Washington Post. Reporters tracked down a video game chat platform used by Teixeira and interviewed an anonymous member of Teixeira's group who said he knew the leaker's real name, the state where he lives, and that he went by the nickname OG, which stands for, Oh, Jesus, I shouldn't have told that guy my real name in the state where I live. The informant from the group described Teixeira as a young, charismatic gun enthusiast who, while searching for companionship amid the isolation of the pandemic, shared highly classified documents, proving that men will talk about literally anything else before sharing a single emotion. Much of the info on OG came from a group member, and this group member is so young that the Post obtained consent from the member's mother to speak to him and to record his remarks on video. The Post also blurred his face and backlit him to hide his identity. But we have obtained an exclusive clip which may contain a few clues.
He did see himself as the leader of this group, and ultimately he was the leader of this group.
Brandon, dinner! It's time for dinner, Brandon!
Mom, don't say my name. It's supposed to be anonymous.
Brandon Noah Johnson, you get down here right now!
Of course, the fact... Brandon Noah Johnson? Brandon Noah Johnson. Okay, we checked that out, eh? Of course, the fact that this stuff was sitting around on a video game chat is still embarrassing for our intelligence services. and they have announced that they may change how they monitor social media and chat rooms. So gamers, keep your eyes peeled for posts like this. Hey, other game teens, where'd you yeet those dope classified docs? You can tell me, fellow youth, I hate parents, no fam cap. Over in Fox News, today they began jury selection in Dominion's $1.6 billion defamation suit against Fox, and this trial's gonna be juicy. For instance, the judge has ruled that Dominion can compel testimony from Fox News personalities Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, and Jeanine Pirro. And to make sure Jeanine Pirro tells the truth, they're swearing her in on a box of wine. And, oh, I love a nice box. The excitement has already begun. Yesterday, the judge sanctioned Fox for withholding evidence and appointed a so-called special master to investigate whether Fox previously made assertions to the court that were untrue or negligent. So the job is to figure out whether Fox News lies? Hold on. Am I a special master? Do I get a sash? Do I... Where's the bump? Let's get to the withholding and/or lies. Turns out Fox is also being sued by one of their former producers, and that producer's lawyers just released this bombshell. There are secret Fox audio recordings of Rudy Giuliani and other allies of the former president. And this judge is pissed because Fox had these tapes and never turned them over, and they are damaging. Just ask Fox News host and Real Housewife of Nuremberg, Maria Bartiromo. Before going on air with Rudy, Bartiromo grilled him about whether he had any proof to back up his claims about Dominion.
I'm going to be asking you for as much evidence as you can tell us about these lawsuits. Whatever you can tell us in terms of evidence would be really helpful. Okay, great. Is there anything you want to make sure that I get?
I can tell you exactly what we have.
Perfect. This Dominion software, does Nancy Pelosi have an interest in it?
I've read that. I can't prove that.
I've read it, but I can't prove it. But this bottle can prove it. It says right here on the label, 80 proof. So now Fox News employee Maria Bartiromo knows there's no proof that Nancy Pelosi was on Dominion's payroll. So if she implied otherwise, it might put her or Fox in legal jeopardy. Let's go to the tape.
Sydney, I want to ask you about these algorithms and the Dominion software. I understand Nancy Pelosi has an interest in this company.
Oh, Maria Bartiromo said the phrase that pays. Johnny, tell them what Dominion's won.
$1.6 billion! And a solid gold dinette set from Broy Hill! Suck it, Rupee! You'll reap what you sow, you wrinkly demon scrotum! Back to you, Steve!
Thank you, Johnny. The judge was also upset that after Fox's lawyers claimed that Rupert Murdoch had no official position at Fox News, turns out he actually does. And it doesn't look like he's giving up control soon because reportedly, Murdoch assiduously avoids any discussion of a future in which he isn't in command of his media empire and reminds people that his mother lived till 103. Oh, and Rupee could make it to 103. Because just like a fine wine, the older he gets, the more the weird sediment begins to collect. It's not just like... It's not just his work life that's going down the Roop tube. Murdoch recently called off his engagement to former dental hygienist Ann Leslie Smith just 2 weeks after announcing it. I know, that's so sad. But on the bright side, ladies, he's back on the market. Hello. Put on your flirting shoes and get good at telling whether something is a liver spot or a lesion. Is that a skin tag, or are you just happy to see me?
Wow.
It's a fun image. It's a fun image. She might not be missing out on much because apparently Rupert is not the greatest husband. Case in point, A year ago, he broke up with his wife, Jerry Hall, via email, writing, Jerry, sadly, I've decided to call an end to our marriage. We have certainly had some good times, but I have much to do. My New York lawyer will be contacting yours immediately. Adding, use discount code Splitsville for 10% off your divorce attorney. There's news from baseball, America's pastime after football, guns, beef, and anger. In an effort to speed up the action this year, the MLB introduced a pitch clock, and it is working because average game time is down 31 minutes, on track to be the lowest since 1984. Yeah, man. Yes. Of course, in 1984, players sped up the game with an innovation known as piles of Coke in the dugout. But the pitch clock has hurt one of baseball's most important traditions, and that's drinking. Because shorter innings means teams have less time to sell beer at games. What? If I can't have 3 $12 beers, how am I going to be drunk enough to buy 2 $15 hot dogs? We got a great show for you tonight. My guest is Nicolas Cage. Yeah, that one. And when we come back, I talk science.